Leftschneff skate on his own this morning before?
I don't know if he did this morning or it's for tomorrow, but he is scheduled to start skating just on his own. Okay. But not like nothing like just basically striding out, but he's in the gym, almost full stuff, but he's just making progression. But fortunately, the timeline is still the same.
No Kaiser today. Was that a health-related issue? Or?
Just maintenance, and it's too early in the season to kind of push something like that. So we're just gonna wait and see.
When you're making roster decisions, how important are games versus practices? Like, what do you use most to evaluate a guy's readiness?
I think just the professionalism of them every day. It doesn't matter if it's, especially the younger guys, scrimmage or just drills like today. Today was just a little bit more get some system in, get some special teams in for the teams that are playing tomorrow, so there's some organization in the game. And just getting prepared for that because it goes pretty quick, 6 games. Other than that, I think we talk about the players after 4 days of scrimmage, and forwards, defense, and just kind of evaluated everybody's thoughts of where they're at, and pretty happy with camp and think it's gone pretty well. We've asked them to have a good pace. Even today it was a pretty good pace and pretty demanding, especially for the first group when you add in the special teams, coming out early and then adding that in the middle of the practice. So and there's no extra players. We just had a game group, so it's 6D and 4 lines. So it's just trying to ramp things up little bit by little bit, giving them, and there's a lot of new guys, so trying to have some conversations with guys to make sure they understand where they are on the ice and our systems, and they're comfortable with it. And the older guys get it a little quicker than the young guys, but then at the end of practice you got to make sure you spend some time with the young guys and make sure that they're comfortable, because we want to see their best, and if they're not comfortable and they're hesitant, we're not going to see their best.
Martin Misiak was part of the group that was sent to the junior teams. It seems kind of early since no games yet, but what did you need to see from him?
You know what? He's obviously a gifted young player, but his season is starting, and we just thought it more beneficial for him to go play meaningful games where he's going to have a really big part in his team's success this year back in the OHL, other than playing an exhibition game where you might have half a roster and it's hard to really get an evaluation until you get to the end of the training camp, which you probably wouldn't be here by then anyway. So I think we just decided that it was better for him to get settled and get off to a really good start and not miss any games with his team.
Keeping Lard and Spellicy around, what's impressed you about those two guys?
Just they might be at like the next grade, so they want to see them in exhibition games, and they might be probably on the list right now, as a little closer to being on this team. So we want to see where they're at and give them some real good guidelines of where they have to work at to finish off and polish off a few areas where while they're still growing and getting stronger at the same time. So I think that'll be a good map for them to get in a game or two here and then get them off back to their teams playing a big role again, but also with some specific guidelines.
What have you made of Spellicy?
It was a big, strong guy. He skates well. I think he's good at center. He's big enough and strong enough and physical enough that he could play on a wing too. But I think we're looking for him to use his skating ability in the middle, and hopefully his junior team gives him that. Just there's a little bit more work for a centerman. But he picks up things quickly from the first day to today, night and day already. So very intelligent. He hasn't played hockey at the highest level for all that many years compared to all these other guys. So, I think he was into football and other sports, but, I think he's just a smart sports person, and he picks up things, and he's intelligent and knows how to ingest it and implement it right away. So that's a great sign.
Will Vlasic play the whole game tomorrow?
I don't know if he's 40 or 30-40 or not. I don't think he's going to play the full game tomorrow, but definitely he'll start.
Well, how do you feel Connor and Teravainen can complement each other?
Just really quick give and go scenarios. I think they'll obviously be on the power play together, so I think it's good. Now we're just going to switch things up after 3 or 4 days to see what guys can do with each other and try another unit in the game. and it also lets us put Taylor with two young guys with a lot of speed to kind of help them out a little bit, 5-on-5. But I'd like to see, Teravainen use his experience as a young guy in this league, and then growing and learning in Carolina at the pace that they play at, and try and bring that with Connor and see how that could work here. Like Teravainen and Aho were pretty deadly with give and go, whether it's 5-on-5 or on the power play. So I'd love to see that kind of rub off here and push Connor to a level where he plays great hockey, but sometimes he likes to hold on to the puck. So maybe that promotes him feeling comfortable he's going to get it back from a guy like Teravainen, and always know that Teravainen's going to be able to find him. So be in a scoring area at many different locations on the ice, because we know Connors can score from pretty much anywhere.
Vlasic and Jones were together almost all of last year. What's been the logic behind not having them together so far?
You know what? We know we can always just instantly put them out there for a shift at the end of a period, or someone goes down in the game, or someone's in the penalty box. So it's easy. We know we can do that. I think just bringing in two veteran guys to play with a veteran guy and a younger guy just balance things out a little bit. I really liked Martinez over the years, whether he be in LA with Doughty or different guys, whether it's Theodore as a younger guy, and just settle him down and just put him with Seth and let Seth know he's got a good veteran guy there that he can work with. He doesn't have to do all the work. Not that he did with Vlasic last year, because he had a great year, but and then it lets Brody come in that he always plays the right side. He's played with Giordano in Calgary, and then Riley mostly in Toronto, and done an excellent job there. So we think that can really help. Just having another veteran guy, not just Seth, because Seth has a lot on his plate. Playing on a lot of minutes with the power play, penalty kill, and 5-on-5. Just to go maybe settle it down with another veteran guy and play his game, and maybe just instead of being up and down all the game, maybe Martinez can talk to him. Hey, we got to just take care of this number one line we're playing against defensively, and then this is the time for you to go, and don't worry about it. I'll get a forward to cover up for you. So just a guy that knows all those little intangibles in the game, and Seth relying on it, but also Martinez knowing his job just to kind of help Seth just play a great solid game, and then be explosive that once or twice a period when it's a green light flashing, not trying to force the issue when we don't have to.
Brody was talking about how comfortable he is on the offside. I know you guys have not made a big deal about defensemen, but for someone that's more experienced doing it, can you tell just more of an ease someone?
Yep, for sure. Just some footwork and body position. Like the other day I mentioned, he got a puck and it was slingshot off his stick right to the far side. Like sometimes guys aren't ready for that, and they're catching on their backhand, so it takes a half a second to a second to pull it to your forehand. In this league, sometimes that's the difference, and a guy gets a stick on it and you're stuck in your zone for another minute, or you're lining up at center ice. So I think he seems like a very quiet, compact, confident person. Like he's going to be very subtle, I think, and sometimes for a defenseman that's great.
These power play units that we saw today, is that what you're going to use against
tomorrow?
Wings, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow.
Yep. That'll be what's that?
And then where does Kurashev fit in?
We got a couple young guys out there today, so we're going to see how it works. So if it works, it's great. If Taylor doesn't feel comfortable in the middle, which we're giving these guys some they're creative. We want them to switch. We don't. If it gets stagnant and we have full control, and the other team's just kind of holding or sitting on somebody, we're going to get them to move to a different position. Like they're going to move within that group of five in different spots and have different looks. So we'll give it a shot, for a few games. And Kersey's, I thought he was excellent this morning in practice shooting the puck. And I thought he did that much more last year, and I think he's got the message we're promoting him to shoot the puck more. Same as AA, Reichel, we want them to shoot the puck first instead of slowing down, stop your feet, and trying to wait out a defenseman to make a play. Everybody in the rink knows you're passing the puck. I think if you shoot the puck, especially early in the game, early in the year, I think goalies are going to think this guy's a shooter, get more set, defense will play a little tighter, and I think there'll be passes there to be made that are going to be easy to see. So where it's going to mash up on the power play, we're not sure yet, but same as the lines, we're going to just see who shows where they're most comfortable and what works the best.
We all silly like the mayor.